Yo, what is up, YouTube, man? I made a new 6'8" max height PG in NBA 2K24. If you guys have not seen that video, I'll go ahead and fill you guys in. This build's got a little bit of everything. High driving layup, really high shooting stats, good playmaking, and of course, if you're 6'8", you gotta have good defense as well. This build's got really good steal perimeter. It's actually got high enough block and interior where I get the anchor badge as a PG. I got some rebounding to go with it, and I got some strength on this build, so I got that immovable enforcer. I'm very bumpy. This build is a bad matchup for PGs, especially in the random rec, because not only do they gotta worry about trying to get open on somebody that can really play everything. I can play the dunks, I can get steals, I can get good perimeter contests. I mean, look at this. You guys are going to be seeing this a lot in the video. I am bumping PGs all the way up court to where they have no choice but to end up passing the ball out of their hands. But it's also a mismatch for him on offense because I'm going to be very tough to defend, especially, too, with the way people do create their PG builds. Usually, defense is the thing that gets sacrificed, not on my build. My 6'8" PG is going to feel like a lock whenever you're going against him. I don't have, you know, the highest steal, the highest perimeter like pure lockdowns have, but playing no squads rec where there's no zone defense, there's no switching, it's usually just man-to-man defense. Having a 6'8" build on you that can pluck the ball, that can block your shot, that has strength, so he's going to be bumpy with the immovable enforcer. I mean, it's going to be tough, especially, too, as you can see, I'm pressing him full court every single play. I do not want this guy to get comfortable. Now, I was definitely watching the stats early on. He was much more of a passing point guard other than a scoring PG, so that's another reason I'm pressing him. I don't want to give him the chance to get into half court and actually look for the dots. I'm trying to make him pass the ball up before he gets there. Once that happens, you know, everybody else on the court, they're small forwards, power forwards, center, they're not going to be as equipped to make the dots. Right here, too, catching the ball in a weird way, but I got this 73 standing dunk on this build to go along with the 36 driving. This build can dunk very well. Surprisingly, you know, that looks like a weakness when I'm making the build, but it's actually a strength. You guys can see as the first quarter ends, we only gave them 7 points, and that's really just disrupting their offense. You know, I'm not getting a crazy amount of steals, a crazy amount of blocks, anything like that, but I'm bumping this PG nonstop. I actually am getting a bump steal right here, and they're not able to actually set up in any kind of offense. On the other end, as you guys can see, maybe he's just really high past that good shooting. He doesn't have the defense to guard things like that where I start posting them up. I pop playmaking takeover so I can dot my teammates. I can get everyone on the court takeover to go along with me. And it's getting out of him pretty fast. I'm able to get the offensive rebound right there. Once again, going to the post. If you're a PG, you're not used to guarding that. He has no idea what he's going to do if I start posting him up because he's not guarding post scorers ever. He's a PG. But unfortunately for this game, he's got a post scoring PG he has to defend. I'm able to get the pluck steal right there. Pluck momentum is a real thing too. Once this guy's struggling, you know, he's got no takeover. I'm getting pluck steals on him. It's only going to keep getting better for me right there. The 82 Prim Silver Challenger is a perfect sweet spot for a build. If you can't afford the super high perimeter, you know, the 94, they get you the Hall of Fame Challenger, all those badges. As the first half ends, you guys can see the center ends up quitting. He's the only one that was actually doing anything on the court, and he was even 4 for 9. The guy I'm going up against, he's got a D+, he's 0 for 3, he's got 3 turnovers, and the biggest thing, too, is he's only got 1 assist. Remember, this guy was a passer, so I'm taking away his ability to facilitate the ball, and where the small forward, the shooting guard, maybe they would get some catch and shoots, and I get a little bulldozer animation right here. Maybe they would get catch and shoot, some easy buckets if the PG was able to make it down court, get the offense set up, but that is not the case at all. Once again, X has it. At a certain point, the PG, he just stops trying to bring the ball up. He decides he's just going to catch and shoot, you know, let somebody else do it so they don't have a pure lockdown on him, which is a smart idea. But once that happens, I can still play lanes, I can go for bump steals, I can be active off ball just like I'm being active on ball. Now, of course, again, this is the random rec, so the guy I'm going against, he's not the most elite PG in the game. A build like this, you know, I'm not going to go into Comp Pro-Am and box up a 2K League PG, but this build is made for, you know, random rec, for some more casual gameplay. I made a PG, I'm guarding the PG. That's not something that happens in the Pro-Am at the top level. A lot of PGs are going to try to hide in the corner. You can't do that in solo rec. You have to play some defense, so that's why a tall PG with defense like this is perfect. You see, I get a steal once again. Now, right here, I'm going to go for the LeBron James layup. I end up missing this, getting my own board, passing the ball out, but as as I have been using the LeBron James layup package, it's gotten really good. I'm going to make a video specifically talking about that. People will sit in the paint. If they're not jumping at me trying to block the shot, it's going to get in every single time, even if they get a yellow contest. You guys can see, too, we are scoring a lot of points. You may think, 6'8" PG, how are you able to run as a point guard so effectively when you're a little bit slow? But you can see, man, 7 steals. I'm doing a lot of things on defense to get us easy possessions on offense. Whenever their offense is struggling, that's going to get my teammates easier buckets as well. Maybe you have teammates that aren't that great of shooters, but once they get takeover and they activate the sharpshooting takeover, once they got green machine going, once they're taking, wide open shots rather than tough middies, tough threes, then, their low shooting percentage doesn't seem like that big of a problem. You can see the PG I'm going against this game, high three-pointer, high ball handle. It's the matchup you're going to get a lot, and for the most part, the PGs are the most offensive players on the other team. Now, on defense, they're not going to be so great, and I can do things like this, man. I can go to the post. I can get easy buckets. Yes, my build, it's a little bit slow. It's a little bit clunky compared to a 6'4" guard, but when I have such a weak matchup on me, it's not going to be too hard for me to cook up for my bucket. Now, unfortunately, this game, you're going to see, even when you're playing great defense on a PG, sometimes if your teammate's getting cooked, it's not going to matter as much, which I will show you guys toward the end of this video. But at the very least, too, if your teammate, he's not going to play the best defense, he's going to give up a bunch of points. At least you can help out and not give another player a bunch of points. I can see my teammate misses the shot right there. I'm able to get the board. The team I had in the last game played a little bit better offensively than this team, but we have an AI, and I do love getting an AI in the random rec because that is somebody I can always count on to be a knockdown shooter. A little behind the back right here to get myself an open three-pointer. I even get the 2A tenacity off just doing a simple behind the back. I have no idea why. Early on, I'm trying to get my teammates their touches so they can stay engaged, so they don't get pissed at me for not passing the ball enough. In the end of the game right there, he ends up just getting himself to a dunk on the PG once again, just bumping him, forcing him to pass the ball behind the back at the top of the key. My guy's kind of setting the screen at the free throw line, sort of whatever. We get space, it works. Coming down the court, crossover once again. And this is what I'm talking about with having an AI. If they leave him open, that is a confident pass that I make. And that's going to make them where they're not trying to help. A lot of people, they will help off the AIs because I've seen it time and time and time again. The AIs will get wide open as I get a steal right there. The teammates will spam A for the ball, not give them the shot. This is not NBA 2K23, NBA 2K22, where you didn't want the AI shooting because they would brick. The AIs are going to make the shot most of the time. Now, sometimes they do just randomly miss, but for the most part, I'm trusting an AI to make the shot over a random rec teammate, which sounds bad, but, these AIs, man, they are knockdown shooters. I'm able to play the lane right there, run the fast break after we get the steal, get myself an easy dunk in transition. I got that Mamba takeover now. This is the part where I can take over in the game. My guy, he's a little bit low, like I said. He's an all-offense PG. Defense is not his specialty, and I'm able to get myself a nice green three right there. On the next thing, very next possession. He's not even trying. He's throwing it up immediately. I'm trying to be proactive. I'm trying to get lanes. I'm trying to bump people, make sure they're not doing anything too easy. I'm never out of the play. I'm always doing something on offense and defense. It doesn't have to be ball dominant. I can be off ball on defense, just trying to get little steals like that. On offense, if someone else has the ball, I can be spotting up. I can set a screen with this build even. It gets the brick wall on silver. I can do a lot to help my teams on both ends of the court. I can get down in the paint, get some rebounds, throw the fast break myself. And obviously, I'm going to play some pretty good point guards in the rec. There's going to be situations where they're running the fast break good. I'm not going to be able to keep every point guard scoreless with this build, but I can guarantee one thing. We're never going to lose a solo rec game because I'm the one getting cooked. Check this out, too. This is what I'm talking about, the LeBron James layup style. Get past him, go up with the easy lay. This build can guard point guards that like to slash. This build can guard point guards that like to shoot. This build can guard point guards that like to pass. Anything that a point guard has in their bag, this build is going to be good at stopping it. The only chance you have is to trust your team a little bit. You gotta have somebody else that can cook. And I play against a lot of PGs. They don't like that. They're ball dominant players. They're not trying to let somebody else cook. They're trying to be the ones to force the issue. And when they do that, they start missing a bunch of shots, getting a bunch of turnovers. The team turns on them, and they're out of there a lot of the time. Check this out right here. A little speed glitch to the paint. Once again, that LeBron James layup was a lot of fun to use. We start taking off a bit now. I have to end up icon switching to X because X was going crazy. It's like something I've never seen. He was ISOing the guy that was defending him and giving up a ton of buckets. So I kind of just start forcing my arrow on him. and he was letting me guard him a little bit. Sometimes he wouldn't leave, and he would leave the PG open. As you can see, that's my guy right there, but he misses the shot. I'm just trying to make this dude miss a couple of shots because I'm scoring a bunch of points. He's also scoring a bunch of points, and I'm not just gonna watch and see us lose because of that. Right here, again, I play a lane. This is a big interception. This makes us go up by 8 with a minute and a half left. That's really all she wrote. All we got to do is be smart on offense. Nothing crazy, no turnovers. Take some time off the clock. As you guys can see, I'm taking my time, but I hit him with a nice behind the back, get myself an open 3. With the ball once again, taking my time, not doing anything risky with the passes. A little behind the back. I'm thinking he's going to play it this time. He goes up a little bit. I'm able to drive to the hoop. Get a LeBron James layup. If you guys did enjoy the video, if you do want to drop a like and subscribe, of course, I do appreciate it a ton, man. This is Tonic. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.